So, what if someone is reading their stress signals completely wrong and actually treating anxiety as motivation, which, yeah,
Yeah,
um,
can happen.
or like, treating hypervigilance as focus? What do you suggest people do, or how do you help them reframe the whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, that can happen a lot, right? People can misinterpret things, and then, they can wake up in the morning and feel tired and wired, I guess, and think, right, I just need to have coffee or I need to hit the gym. They misinterpret the signals that actually there's something else going on in their body. And that's how they could get in this continual cycle of, misinterpreting what's going on in your body. And you have to start to, it has to start with awareness, but also an understanding of what's happening. I teach people about nervous system and breath work so that you have an understanding of how your nervous system operates and the states that it might operate from and the areas that might be impacted. So you learn to understand your own nervous system. Everyone's got their own nervous system blueprint, and that's impacted by your life experiences, dynamics, throughout your life.
Yeah.
And everyone will have different triggers. So we start to look at the patterns of the triggers. We start to look at, areas where they might be hypervigilant and where they're not, where they feel safe and where they don't. Most people don't understand safety of nervous in your nervous system, and that one, how that might impact you. So it starts with, understanding, getting some knowledge about nervous system, what it is, what it does, how it functions, a deeper understanding of yours so that you know what your triggers are. And then that creates awareness. And then with that awareness comes interruption. So you start noticing. So the awareness comes, you start to notice where I'm triggered, where I'm hypervigilant, where I feel unsafe. And these can be all different environments, in the office environment, difficult conversations, a this clothing that someone's wears that you don't
Oh, wow.
like. It might be a trigger from your childhood.
Wow.
And you start to create this awareness and start to notice, so that once you start to understand your system and you start to become aware of your triggers and how it's impacting you, then you can start to interrupt. But it's
That,
difficult to interrupt if you've no understanding and you've no
yeah.
awareness of it.
That's what's interesting. It's such a complicated concept and thing and issue. Yet, well, it's certainly not being taught in school. But I'm thinking back to my
No,
business studies. It's not even being taught in business school. So when you become
no.
a business owner or a leader, and you still don't even understand how you operate, that's hard.
And that's the big part of the work that I do. It's like understanding this is why I say
Mm.
state drives strategy. It basically means your internal state drives everything. Your nervous system drives everything. And I didn't know this for myself. I had to learn this for myself, and things have massively changed for me and my business because of it. Because otherwise you're fighting an uphill battle when you're coming from I was hyper vigilant, and that's historical stuff, and I had to understand that and learn to change that. But before, I was really, it's like wearing concrete boots going through a treacle river. It's like I was making it so much harder than it had to be.